Welcome to A Social Disease, a podcast for recapping and relating to Degrassi the Next Class. I'm your host, Jessie Mack.
And I'm Carly Jo Gear, also a host.
This show is not for kids, as we have frank discussions about sex, drugs, and violence. Listener discretion advised. Welcome back, everyone.
Hey.
So, turns out Biden won.
Yeah, I was just listening to last week's podcast and I was like, oh snap, look where we are now.
He won by a lot of electoral college votes.
Thank God.
Not so much popular vote. The electoral college makes it look like he won by like a landslide.
Yeah.
The popular vote, it's like pretty close.
I know. I saw a little graph and it was so interesting. If you look at like the past, I think it went through George W. Bush. So like the past nominations. And I think I did not realize just how close George W. Bush and Al Gore were.
Oh, yeah.
Because, yeah, his popular vote was only under by 500,000, I think is what it was. So, like, it really was very close. So that's what was so funny is looking at this graph because they had, like, how they won, like the margin was 0, right? And it was either like you were under because you lost the popular vote or you were over because you won the popular vote. And Trump lost by the popular vote so low. And it was,
Wasn't it? I think it was like 3 million.
It was like 3 million, yeah.
But like, which like, it's funny though, like when people talk about it, they're like, he lost by 3 million votes, but it's like there's a lot of votes.
Right.
Like it's not, people talk about 3 million, which is a lot, but then how many votes are there? Like 150,000 votes. So like it is a lot, but it's also not a lot percentage wise. But like, yeah, I don't know. I was honestly a little bummed because I wanted Biden to slip by with just those 2 electoral college votes.
Yeah.
Like I wanted him to win, but I wanted him to like eat shit. But yeah, I mean, like it happened. He wins. Now I can complain about him for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
And if
let's
people
do
tell
it.
me to shut up, I'll be like, listen, you said you were gonna move him left, bitch.
Right.
This is moving him left.
Right. Him and his radical leftist Kamala Harris vice president.
Oh my God.
The radical left. The cop.
I can't deal with that.
I know. It's pretty funny.
Oh my God. How is she considered radical left?
I don't know.
In what universe?
I don't know. And it is really fascinating to think like about all the people who are like, but the taxes, and it's like Joe Biden's been very, very, very explicit. If you make over $400,000, yes, you'll get taxed harder. So like, who do you make over $400,000 a year? Most of us don't. So let's all calm down.
Those memes that like show the picture of the popcorn ceiling.
Yes.
If you look up at this at night, you don't have to worry about Joe Biden's tax plan.
Oh, those tweets were so good. Oh, so good.
It's temporarily embarrassed millionaires who like think one day I'm going to have the boot that everyone's going to lick. And so I'm invested in keeping this system good for the 1%. Like you are never going to be the 1%.
Yeah.
Like if you're very lucky, you'll get up to like middle class.
Yeah.
Very, very, very few of you will get rich. Like that's just the way it is. So like how about, and if you do get very rich, why do you need all that extra money anyways?
Yeah. Oh, I know. The woman I work for, she's been talking about the one I personal assist. I've probably mentioned her a couple times, but like, she's very wealthy and it's just really fascinating because I think about like how the things that my sister and I did for my dad, and we felt very, very confident in like we knew he was going into a facility and it was going to be very expensive. And that meant that we weren't going to get very much money when he died. And we were like, no, we would much rather have our father be happy and comfortable and, just feeling good before he died. You know what I mean? Feeling happy and comfortable. And so it's so interesting listening to this rich woman talk about her will and stuff, and she's like, and I keep buying things and I think that's money for my children, and they're only gonna get 3 million, and that's not very much. Yes! And I'm just like, oh my God. Yeah, I know. It's right. That's not very much. I'm like,
I feel like I could stretch that out to the rest of my life and live very
yeah.
comfortably.
Oh, I probably could. Absolutely. Yeah. Because I think about her, just her apartment that she owns outright alone. When they sell that, it's gonna be worth. It's like technically, I think it's like technically a 2-bedroom, but I think she uses it as a 1-bedroom. But like it's like a 2-bedroom with an office, huge. It's a huge apartment. That's gonna go for at least $1 million.
Oh, wow.
At least. Like there's no in the high rise in the Gold Coast of Chicago. I'm like, there's no way that's not gonna go for a cool $1 million.
Oh man.
Oh man. Yeah.
I know. Imagine.
Yeah, must be nice, but
oh my God, yeah. I don't know, like it just, I mean, you know me, I'm just like, I don't get rich people at all. I don't understand this hoarding of wealth. Like every time I'm like, you sit there and you're like, what if I won the lottery tomorrow? I'm like, all right, I'd do this. I'd give my family this, my friends this.
Yeah.
And then I have all this left over that I'm just going to give away.
I know. Well, it's interesting. I mean, she does. I will, I'll give her credit. She does donate. She donates to a lot of different causes. And I'm not saying it's like a lot, but she does. I mean, she's got her causes that she cares about that she donates to, like, animals and I mean, yeah, the AARP and there's like certain talk radios.
Right.
But yeah,
I just like, I don't think I could live with myself hoarding so much money. Like, I mean, what you're talking about, her having like 3 million for, I don't know how many kids she has.
Just two.
So, I mean, that's not an obscene amount of money.
Right.
But like when you think about like people getting up to the hundreds of millions, up to $1 billion, and you're like, why do you need that?
Right.
Nobody needs that. You could give so much to all of you, like to all your descendants for like multiple generations and still have so much left over.
I know. I'm like, it's wild to me that I'm like, oh, you have the ability. You could gift me enough money to buy a house outright. You could. Wow.
So yeah, I don't know. People who are like, but my taxes, like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Officially. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could work for rich people. I would have so much contempt for them.
I mean, all I work is for rich people. And I mean, truthfully, the thing that I have to the thing that lets me sleep at night is that I do benefit from their wealth, like in different ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the family that I babysit for, they are buying their second house and they're going to put a pool in, and it's not going to be their house they live in. It's going to be kind of like their vacation home in Indiana. And so, and of course the mom has been like, and then, yeah, you can go there if you want. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm going to go there. Like, you know what I mean? You're telling me you're about to give me access to your bonus house that has a pool? Yeah, that sounds great. Like, thanks. So, in certain ways, I'm like, fuck yeah. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
Oh, I struggle. Like, I feel like I've worked on like film sets for rich people before who are like financing their like what's it called, like ego project.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that what it's called? Something like that.
I think so. Yeah,
and they just throw money at everything, but then like don't pay people.
Right. Yeah, that's the fucked part.
And they'll give you like shitty food, but then they'll just be like, oh yeah, drop this much on this. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I've had trouble working for rich people in the past, like on set, and just being like, fuck you.
I will say, because like this woman, she started me out. She started out, I've been working for her for like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years now. And when I first started working for her, obviously I didn't know her that well, but she paid $15 an hour, which, for I think what the job was like perfectly normal. And I think like as the years went by, I don't know, I just never asked for a raise. And then finally she was like, I'm going to pay you $20 an hour. And I was like, sick. And then literally not that much time went by.
Yeah.
Because it was only like maybe, like it was during the pandemic. She was just like, she's like, I depend on you so much and you're so reliable. I would like to pay you $25 an hour. And I'm like, okay.
Nice.
Like,
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Thank you. You know what I mean?
There
Like
you go.
so I Shout out to Pam. Bless her little heart. She's a lot of things, but I do care about her.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is kind of weird sometimes working for wealthy people because the she definitely has like a lot of non-problems that I'm like,
yeah,
okay, I will figure out. I will call the company of Cuddle Down for the 4th time and tell them to stop sending you catalogs. I will go ahead and do that. And I'm going to call them again. And they're going to tell me that you're off the mailing list. And I know you keep getting the magazine. I know you do. I know. I don't know why. But I will call them again. And I think mostly, because she's older, I think she just doesn't throw the magazine away. And then she's like, I got another one. And I'm like, I think I guess it's the same one. I think it's the same one. But
I don't know. Like, it sounds like she's not obscenely wealthy, but
no, she's
I think about, people like Bill Gates and they do some charity, but like the things they could do for this world.
The amount of money that I've donated to GoFundMe's is the percentage of wealth that I've donated to those is more than most billionaires have donated. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they'll drop like $1 million on a charity and it's just like a drop in the bucket for them. It's just like it's like us donating $20.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we're talking a lot about rich people. Otherwise, anything besides this election? Oh, apparently last night, see, I've been in a bubble. I started classes and I was playing a lot of Animal Crossing for a couple days. So I was doing classwork in Animal Crossing and not much else. And I barely checked Twitter. But I guess yesterday there was like the million Trump for March or some shit like that, which was only like 12,000 people in Washington, D.C. But they were like, there was 1 million people. Like,
no, that's not how you count. They're out there like, you see this? There's 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000.
But so I guess like the later it got, the more rowdy the Proud Boys got, and they started basically rioting. They started attacking like Black Lives Matter and leftist people.
Mm-hmm.
And then and there's videos of it, right? These Proud Boys attacking them and then them swinging back. There's a really good one. I watched it today. It was so satisfying. This guy's just going around like, what, come at me, and like pushing people and all this stuff. Someone comes up and lays him out and he falls flat on his face.
Oh my God.
And I was like, yes. 5 out of 5 chef's kisses for that one.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, this like alt-right propagandist guy, Andy No, was taking videos of these altercations of Proud Boys starting shit and then resulting in getting punched and isolating it to just them getting punched and saying that leftists are attacking Proud Boys. Apparently, Proud Boys also stabbed multiple people and like grabbed people's Black Lives Matter signs and smashed them and were screaming like "fuck Antifa" and like just all this shit. And so they're rioting, and Trump defended them.
Of course he did.
And also police were like protecting them.
Of course.
And Trump tweeted out, Antifa scum ran for the hills today when they tried attacking the people at the Trump rally because those people aggressively fought back. Antifa waited until tonight when 99% were gone to attack innocent MAGA people. DC police, get going. Do your job and don't hold back.
Oh my God.
So that's going down in DC right now. Or last night. I don't know what's going on today, but
Civil War Part 2.
Yeah. Because the Trumpers, MAGA, they do not want to accept defeat. They believe that it was rigged and dead people voted and
it was rigged in their favor and they still lost.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, we all saw it coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's actually playing out, I guess, that Proud Boys are going wild and yeah, so that's happening. But I was totally in the dark until today when I woke up and I'm scrolling Twitter. I'm like, what did I miss? Where have I been? Oh yeah, playing Animal Crossing.
I missed it too. Weirdly, I feel like I haven't seen people posting about it on Facebook. So
it's not because I was on Facebook yesterday.
Yeah, people are not talking about it. I'm really surprised.
I posted earlier today an article, but
yeah, no, I only knew because I saw you post it.
Yeah,
and then I mentioned it to my boyfriend. He was like, "Oh yeah, I saw that," because he's very active on Twitter. So
right, Twitter's where it's being reported. Yeah,
yeah. So I didn't know. He didn't tell me.
You gotta tell me these things.
You gotta tell me what's going on.
But so yeah, I don't know. Anyways, like in my neck of the woods over here, nothing too exciting has been going on besides the fucking 100 new cases a day in Vermont of COVID. So everything's
Oh, pshaw. That's a drop in the bucket. Shut
Listen,
up.
it's Vermont.
That's
a lot
fine.
of people.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Well, like it's like a way more than we've gotten.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's a huge leap for us because friggin' Halloween parties and weddings and stuff, and we're
yeah.
getting like 100-ish cases a day, and so for some reason you can still go sit down at a restaurant.
Yeah, we can't indoors here, only outdoors.
Oh, we
so there
can.
still are outdoor things happening.
Well, you can still sit in a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You can get takeout, like, drinks at bars and breweries, but you can't sit inside.
Mm-hmm.
You can't gather with multi-household, like, different households. You can only gather with yourself, which is not really gathering.
You can only gather with yourself.
Like, so they're... So, like, they're cutting back all these things, which, like, yes, please, but at the same time, like, but don't let people eat inside, dumbass.
I think it's just a matter of, like, if you cut all these restaurants off right now, they're not gonna make it. Like, the things that we need to do, we can't do because we don't have the support of the, fucking U.S. government.
Right.
They're not, we're not getting bailed out. Like... And that's the problem. That's why I think, because we too, our mayor doesn't want to close restaurants, and it's 100% because, like, we can't bail them out. Like,
right.
There's just going to be so many small businesses, like, fucked so hard. So, yeah, that's that.
So, yeah, but that's, we are getting more and more locked down because of, yes, the whopping 100 cases a day.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like not much, but in Vermont with this low ass population, it's like, holy shit.
No, well, because I will say that the game plan was, I'm not coming home for Thanksgiving. The game plan was, like, perhaps I will drive home for Christmas.
Yeah.
But, my sister was nervous about having me stay there because their policies at work are so strict that she's like, if she ends up sneezing at work, like, the kids get pulled, everybody gets pulled, you know what I mean? So, like,
yeah,
regardless, and basically, like, either have to get a COVID test or just be out for 14 days. And so that's obviously not what she's trying to do.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I was looking at Airbnbs, right? And I did look at, there was one that was in Brattleboro, Vermont. I was like, oh, that'd be great. Like, that'd be perfect, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, they had this whole thing that was like, if you are coming from a state outside, you have to quarantine for 14 days before you get here. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So
yeah, I mean, well, they're telling people they have to do that, but nobody's gonna do that.
I don't think anybody's checking or anything.
No,
but I was just like, this sounds like a hassle.
That.
So I was like, okay, maybe I'll get a hotel if I come, but I don't know. We might, like, right now. It was a little confusing because our Chicago put out an advisory. So they basically, what they were saying is, they were like, hey, we mean it. Stay at home. Hey, stay at home. I'm serious, you guys.
Exactly.
But it's just an advisory. It's not mandatory. God. So pretty much everybody is still doing, I mean, like, it's like, if you're not going to work, you shouldn't be out and about and whatnot. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a bummer because, like, I normally go to Beth's for Thanksgiving, and now we're just like, what do we even do? Like, I don't know how to cook a turkey.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna go to see my mom, and, like, my mom wants to cancel our little family Christmas that we do. We celebrate Christmas like a week or two before Christmas, just so we can get my nephew. So we were planning for that mid-December, but now she doesn't want to because my brother works at Walmart and cases are going up in New Hampshire. And it's just like, yeah. So, I mean, it sucks. Like, holidays, everyone's holidays are getting ruined. And,
oh, yeah.
We could have definitely avoided this, but as a country, our government decided to shit on us, and other citizens decided to shit on us too. So.
Yay! Have fun for us.
Woo!
Well,
so anyways.
Speaking of getting shitted on, what an episode. Am I right? Oh boy, this was a doozy.
Oh boy. Yeah.
You ready to get into it?
Sure.
Because I'm ready.
I was born ready.
We are talking about Season 4, Episode 9, #obsessed. And boy, oh boy, is it an accurate title this time.
Yes, finally.
Finally. I don't know what else to say. I'm ready to just dive in because
Let's do this.
it's an episode. We open with the original bestie crew of Maya, Zig, Grace, Tiny, and I guess now Jonah, because he wasn't in the original crew,
No.
studying hard for their final exams. Everyone is seemingly getting the answers easy enough as Zig takes a little time on the recall. Grace thinks he's totally going to pass the exam, but he needs a 75 to graduate. He tries to assure himself as no one offers up any confidence in him.
Great friends.
You know, right? He's like,
He's like, I need a 75. They're like, we bet you get a 66.
yeah, everybody's going to get a 69, am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, but if he had a cool teacher, they'd just be like, nice, and let it slide.
That's the thing. It's like you need a 75 to graduate, but if you get a 69, you also graduate. That's the only thing. Above a 79 or exactly 69. Yes, and if you get the bonus question right, 420. Nice. Okay. Jonah wants to know how he managed to get so far behind as Tiny coughs, Esme. Duh. Maya asks if they've talked since the breakup as Tiny emphasizes good riddance. Zig just wants to get back to studying, but everyone else has had enough. Gotta get a good night's rest before the prom tomorrow night.
So, like, they're having prom and exams on the same day. That's a bummer.
Right? No, that seems so jacked up because, like, I don't know. We had prom. Prom was like a month before.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, our prom was our junior year, but like it was still like a month before school was out. Like it was in like May.
I don't remember when, but I feel like it was at least on a Saturday.
Oh, yeah, I think ours is on a Saturday too. Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah, so like we weren't like at school and then like shit, I got to get ready for prom. Like,
yeah,
no, you had all day.
No, I'd be exhausted. Like, please do it on a
Right?
Saturday. Like, you just had school for 5 days and it was exams. Like, fuck, dude.
Awful.
Because they're definitely acting as if like it's prom and then like Saturday is graduation. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's what they're making it seem like. So I don't know.
Hmm.
Maya lets Zig know that it's cool if he wants to stay and keep studying, though. Zig is cautious as everyone else is like, hey! But Maya thinks they can control themselves.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she used to help him study. Like, I think that is unfortunately Zig is just so all encompassed in his relationships that like the
Yes.
only way he's gonna succeed is if he's with a girl who's also like succeeding and gonna help him.
Which is like, what's wild is that Esme was so smart, but she didn't help him in that
No.
regard. Like, she didn't help him study. They just banged all the time.
Yeah, because she never needed a study. She was like fine. Yeah, that's definitely the problem is that Esme was never gonna help him, but she also doesn't know how to have a healthy relationship. She only knows
Yeah.
how to fuck. I mean, I've definitely struggled with that, and like I think I've dated a lot of guys who put so much emphasis on the sex part that like when I'm dating a guy that doesn't have as much sex drive or like
Yeah.
doesn't want it as much, that I'm like, well, what is my value if you don't want to fuck me all the time? Do you like me? I don't understand. So
Yes.
that's definitely been something to unlearn.
Yeah, like I've been in relationships where the person was like to the point of like coercive, of like obsessed with having sex.
Yes. Oh, same.
And you're like, Jesus Christ, leave me the fuck alone for 5 minutes. And then after that, been in a relationship with someone who like didn't have this constant need, like was like, yeah, you know, every other day, every couple days, you know, whatever. Like,
Yeah, because well, sometimes people are on like medications that just like take their sex drive away or something. You know what I mean?
well,
Like
I
sometimes
mean,
it's just
everyone just has different libidos.
different. Yeah.
But everybody puts this emphasis on that men need it constantly 24/7, would never
Right.
turn it down. But then when you get in a relationship with a man who doesn't have this insane libido, it can trick you into being like, wait, are you even attracted to me?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, no, they just don't need sex every 5 seconds.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been very conflicted with like some of like the when I was like very young, some of the men that I had like, I don't know, semi-dated where it's like we'd had sex before, but then like they had said they weren't interested. So then it was like I know I've, been coercive, you know what I mean? And that's like looking back, I'm like, oh God, why was I like that? But like, yeah, this mentality of, if a man doesn't want to have sex with you, then there's something wrong with you.
Right.
So,
or they're cheating or they're gay.
Yeah, exactly.
And you'll go online or talk to asshole men who will be like, no, that is what it is. If they don't want to have sex with you at any time, then they're definitely cheating or gay or don't want to have sex with you at all. And it's like, thanks for the reassurance. Thanks for backing up your bros who
I know.
like don't have that high of libidos. You're really helping them out right now.
Right. I think it's an important thing for us women to also learn that, like, yeah, exactly. Normalizing that men don't always want to have sex. And if he doesn't want to have sex that night, like, it's okay. It's okay because sometimes you don't want to have sex either. And,
right.
It's okay to just go to sleep.
And also there's a lot of pressure on like men to feel like they have to internally always want it too. So like it's just people flat out need to understand that everyone's libido is different and everyone's libidos fluctuate depending on circumstances, medication, whatever, all sorts of different things. And it's okay.
It's okay.
Tangent right off the bat.
Well, that's what we do. They, being Zig and Maya, wake up the next morning cuddled up. I feel like this happens to Maya a lot. Like her mom never checks on her because the same thing happened with her and Cam.
Yeah.
There was an episode where he accidentally slept over and they woke up the next morning like, oh my goodness.
I mean, once the mom goes to bed, she's out.
Apparently. Because I was going to say, I remember in high school once, my high school boyfriend and I, we totally did pass out watching a movie, but like we weren't like cuddled up or anything. I think we were both lying like on our stomachs, like facing the TV, and we just both passed out. And his dad like came in and at like 2 a.m. And was like, Carly has to go home. And my boyfriend was like, oh, she didn't drive here. I picked her up. And Dad was like, I'll bring her home. And I was like, this is so awkward. And of course I get home. My parents are just passed out. No clue that I didn't come home. Didn't even notice.
Oh my God.
I was like, so sorry. Like, and his dad was cool, but he's like, I know you guys just fell asleep. Like, you know what I mean? Like, clearly we were both fully dressed. Like,
oh my God.
Clearly just fell asleep watching a movie. But it was like, oh, I'm sorry. You have to drive me home at like 2 a.m. This sucks for you.
If I had any interest in me in high school, my mom never would have let me live something like that down.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, even as an adult, when I lived at home, I remember like she would like make my boyfriends like sleep on the couch. And I was like 20 or something.
Oh my God. No.
Yeah. She only like once I started dating Noah, she let him sleep in my bed. But before that, nope. And I don't know, she just took a shine to him or something, but we were also together for a really long time, so
right.
But
I know, I can't remember at what age or whatever. I think it was mostly just like after my mom passed away. Like I think at first I like when I was 19 like snuck guys in, and then my dad's hearing was so bad that I would just like walk down the stairs and I would look that he was watching TV and I'd be like, okay, like, and they would just like, he wouldn't even hear them because his hearing was so bad. And then it just graduated to like full blown, like, you know what's happening. You don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm an adult, like whatever. But yeah, I do remember the like, he's watching TV. Come on down. Shh, be quiet. Just don't make a lot of noise. He's not going to know.
Oh my God.
All right. Anyways, they both giggle it off as they are waking up as Zig apologizes, but Maya admits that old habits die hard. Zig heads out pretty quickly so he can change before the test and thanks her for the studying. Bye! Before questioning himself in the hallway. What the fuck just happened?
Awkward.
Oh no. Right, like if it was that awkward the night before, like, I don't think that they would have fallen asleep like that. Like, to be like, whoa, what up? You know what I mean? Like, how did it get like this?
Like, Like, you talked about, like, falling asleep when you're watching a movie, which, like, I could see you both falling asleep and not realizing the other was asleep. But if you're both studying,
Right.
they fell asleep at the exact same time.
And with her cuddled on top of him.
Yeah, why were they cuddled on top of each other studying?
On,
This is
like,
not plausible.
A windowsill bench. Like, I mean, maybe they're just young, but I'm like, ow, that would be uncomfortable.
I mean, I'm over here with my sleep disorder. Can't accidentally fall asleep to save my life.
So there'll be none of that happening.
Can't intentionally fall asleep to save my life. But, like, when you're actively studying, I'm like, wouldn't one of them fall asleep and then be like, hey, I should go home.
Right.
You fell asleep.
Yeah, or you should go home.
But instead, they just magically both fell asleep into a cuddle.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it certainly seems more like they did it and was like, this feels right and we're going to do it. Not like, whoa, what happened? How did we get here? Yeah. Cut to. Hunter is agonizing over why he has to memorize shit that Siri can just tell him anyways. Interesting that they used Siri. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they can't use, like, any other brand names, but he referenced Siri, but...
They use some real brand names and
Yeah.
others they don't. I don't know. Like, maybe it's just they couldn't get those rights from somebody. But I'd be surprised if, like, Facebook wouldn't let them use them. I don't know.
Hunter tells the boys that if he survives the test, he wants to celebrate tonight. However, the boys are volunteering at prom tonight. Not exactly Hunter's first choice, but whatever, he's in. However, Baz and VJ don't think they would be cool with it. Who's they? Hunter wants to know. The boys let Hunter know that the they are referring to is Yael. Sorry, I know, right? The they.
That's a lot.
Hunter, that they. They is Yael is they. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's going to be my TED Talk. Already seeming irritated, Hunter declares that she changed her name, but VJ, the armpit hair hater, who was pretty accusatory of Yael being confusing,
Right.
lets Hunter know that they just changed their pronouns, not their name. Hunter thinks it's ridiculous. The man who doesn't want to learn shit at school is suddenly a stickler for grammar. They is plural. You can't do that. And that is why they don't want his hating ass at prom with them.
Yeah, that was something we brought up when we first were tackling the subject of people being like, but the grammar. Bitch, you say they singularly all the time, and you don't even think about it.
Time. I know, right? And Hunter, who literally is like, you don't care about grammar.
Yeah. Oh.
That's not what you fucking care about. Like, ugh.
That's what they always say. It's like, you spell you're wrong. Like,
right,
you use the wrong form of your all the time, but you're going to be a grammar Nazi now.
Right.
Okay.
Fucking suck it. Baz stumbles a little with Yael's new pronouns, but it's clear that he's trying. They seem happy, so why does it matter? Hunter thinks they're making him the bad guy as he continues to misgender Yael while VJ works to correct him.
VJ is on top of it.
Finally. Armpit hair. But let me tell you about their pronouns.
Right.
Hunter just wants to go back to hanging out like they did before he and Yael dated. But since Hunter didn't want to be supportive of Yael, all inclusive, it's on VJ and Baz to support them. Hunter is still not getting why he's at fault when he's not the one who changed. But VJ is vigilant. Yael did not fundamentally change. So if Hunter loved Yael as a her, why can't he love them as a they? Hunter looks contemplative. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Contemplative, yeah.
Contemplative or contemplative?
Mm.
Hunter looks contemplative.
Contemplative. Should I go to the pronunciation guide?
No, I think we're just gonna leave it as however it's open to interpretation. Hunter looks unsure as the tests are being handed out. Winston is going over the timetable of prom night as Zoe tries to sneak a peek at the prom court winners. Did she and Rasha get prom queens? But she's got to wait like everybody else. And she should be thankful that she has a date because he and Miles are flying solo dolo. Not Miles, though. He ain't going because Tristan broke up with him. Zoe antagonizes him for some reason. Oh, right, he dumped you so you could go to your fancy schmancy school.
But so, like, okay, Zoe's like, but what about Tristan? It's like, Winston just said they were going solo.
Yeah.
So, like, I was confused about why. So, what about Tristan? If Tristan would have been going together, Winston wouldn't have said that they were going solo.
I don't know why she's just being antagonistic about this whole thing. Like, she's clearly on Tristan's side of the breakup, but like, also I don't know why she's like, writing school. Like, I'm like,
Tristan broke up with him,
right? Like, so why are you being a bitch, Zoe? Oh, right, because it is your natural form. We just haven't seen you like that in a while because Rosh is a good person. So whatever. Miles doesn't even think he can afford the school because his dad doesn't think writing is a legit major. But Winston points out that he hasn't even asked him yet. But he thinks that you can't change a person's mind once they've already made it. But Zoe's still holding out for her mom to change her mind about her and come to graduation. Winston Chewy Churchill lets them both know that you have to work for the things you want in life. So, figure it out with your dad and your mom. Happily ever after is the theme, after all. It's the only way Goldie will ever forgive him.
I was like, what?
I don't know. He just all of a sudden got very, like, he was like, I'm all-knowing.
Yeah.
Winston Churchill Chewy. Or Winston Chewy Churchill. Either way. You get the joke. It's fine. All right. Final exam time. Zig looks like he's on the struggle bus as he glances back at Maya. Time's up, and it would appear that he didn't quite finish the whole exam, right? Like, he was still, like, there was a couple pages left. He had not gotten to, but
he did about as well as Tristan last week.
That's what I'm saying. So,
with no excuse for it.
Right. Like, he's just like, oh, Maya's over there. Oh, man. I got this oh, but she's still over there. Shit. I better get back. Oh, man, Maya is still in this. Wow, she is still here. This is awkward, as she is several seats away from him, but whatever.
What a life.
I know, right? I'm like, God damn it, Zig. Just fucking look at the exam. Come on, dude. Tiny is pumped as Zig confesses that he thinks he messed up. Tiny assumes that he's talking about the test and offers up the prospects of summer school. But Zig is talking about Maya, right? You would think he was talking about the test. You'd think he was concerned about the final exam.
Yeah.
But he needs a 75% to graduate.
I mean, when he made that, like, oh, look, I was like, damn, he bombed that test.
Right?
And then he tells Tiny that it's about Maya.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, and you 100% got a 68 and not even a 69.
Right, you blew it.
You fucking blew it. What the fuck? But Zig is talking about Maya. They cuddled. Tiny chuckles. Did you use protection? But Zig is concerned because she's had such a tough year, and he just broke up with Esme. He was hoping that they'd at least be able to be friends. Maya approaches asking about the exam. Zig has his fingers crossed, but let's be real. He no longer gives a fuck about how he did on the exam, and is solely concerned about Maya, as usual. Maya casually asks Zig if he wants to go to prom together, to which Zig casually responds, sure. Now what?
Where's the elaborate promposal, Maya?
I know. Well, no, Maya's above that. She tried to kill herself, so she doesn't need such glamorous things. Like, this is enough. You know what I mean? She doesn't need all the bells and whistles. She's just like, you know what? I'm content right now, and that's fine.
Great. Listen, I'm alive. Promposal enough.
Mm-hmm. All right, so apparently grade 11 didn't have to do a whole day, as we are now at the Hollingsworth Villa. Okay? Like, what is going on? Half the school is at school, and half the school is home. Like,
oh, fucking no.
Like, I get that generally when we had finals in school, you had like a half day because you only had 2 finals a day.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand why the seniors are seemingly still at school while everybody else is like home already.
Right. They all get time to prepare for the prom that most of them aren't invited to. But
exactly. So whatever. Anyways. Shay is nervous about how she looks as Frankie tries to assure her that she looks great. Hunter is swiping through all of Yael's new pictures that seemingly showcase their new gender. Frankie asks Hunter what he thinks of Shay's dress, but he's going to keep his opinion to himself. Shay thinks that means that she needs to change. Okay, I'm going to assume that she's borrowing one of Frankie's many ball gowns, because I'm like...
Exactly.
She couldn't afford supplements. There's no way she could afford to buy multiple prom dresses.
Yeah, my initial thought was like, how does she have a second prom dress to just go throw on? But it must be just her shopping out of Frankie's closet.
Yeah, I'm like, and which is so interesting because they could not have more different bodies. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
I just think Shay has more curves than Frankie, and she's taller.
And she's taller, yeah. Like, I mean, when I see skinny bitches, I'm like, you're all skinny bitches.
I know, right? I know.
You all fit each other's clothes, whatever.
I know. A couple of years ago, I got invited to like one of those like clothing swap events where like, you bring a bag of clothing that you don't want anymore. And then I was, and I was like, hey, thanks for the invite, but like, there's no point in me going to this. I'm not gonna be able to get any clothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, no offense, but like, you probably don't have any plus size friends besides me.
Mm-hmm.
So why would I go to that? Like, nothing's gonna fit me, so I get nothing out of it, so I'm bored. Thanks for playing.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely have like a variety of friends with different bodies. I think I have at least have had a couple friends who have like who I've been able to trade clothes with.
Right.
But very few.
You got that Mac booty.
Yeah.
What is a girl to do?
But I'm also like on the taller end. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I know. It's funny because like I think that Bethany, my sister, and I are technically like the same size, but she's 10 inches taller than me, so we can't share clothes. To piggyback on that, it was like a couple days ago, my boyfriend forgot to bring like comfy pants over. And I guess spoiler alert. So I'm 5 feet. He is 6'2". And so he was like, oh, I didn't bring like pajama pants or anything to be cozy in. And I was like, oh, well, you can just wear these sweatpants of mine. And he was like, but they're going to be short on me. And I was like, oh, no. These are Stone Cold Steve Austin pants. They are from the men's section. I wear them up to my titties. Yeah. They're going to fit you just fine. And so he put them on. He was like, wow, they do fit. I was like, I just wear them up to my boobs.
Aw,
so,
you can share clothes.
Yeah, I know. Yay. Yay. That's so important. I know, right? So now that now that he knows they fit him, he's like, oh, let's take these. I'm like, you're going to steal my Stone Cold Steve Austin sweatpants that say hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
You can't have them. You got to give them back. I like them. They're very cozy, but yeah, they'll fit you. It's fine. Well, Frankie is like, what the fuck, Hunter? But Hunter didn't think that boys were allowed to have an opinion about the way girls looked. Frankie is like, are you still freaking out about Yael? Hunter explains that Baz and VJ are upset with him for breaking up with them. So he's starting to try. Like, he called Yael her and then changed it to they, so like, or them. So like, he's starting to maybe try. Hunter tries to get her to understand by asking what she would do if Jonah were to grow boobs and cut off his penis. Frankie jokes that then she would have nothing to fantasize about.
She's over there fantasizing about his dick.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand this at
like,
all.
Ooh.
Yeah. But then she makes some sort of weird limp penis finger gesture. I don't...
Yeah. I thought she was making a scissor gesture, like chop it off. Oh, she was fantasizing about chopping off his dick because she hates him. It all makes sense. Whoosh, right over my head.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. Okay. Nope. Wow. I totally didn't get that either.
I didn't either until just now.
Wow. Okay. Sorry. Boy, oh boy.
But yeah, that's not even close to what Yael did.
No, exactly. Exactly. But that's to continue. But Yael hasn't done anything that drastic. So she, or they, is still a girl biologically. So why does it matter if they hang out or make out? But Hunter better figure it out before she starts making out with someone else. And I'm using she because that is what Frankie said.
Yeah, it was a jumbled mess of like misusing pronouns, but I think that's very intentional because that's what happens. Like when somebody comes out, people definitely like struggle, and it's not necessarily of a malicious or whatever position. It's just like, I have to get used to saying this. And it's when it drags on for a while that it's like, all right, come on.
Yeah. Then you're not even trying. Okay.
Or when you're like, but it's grammatically incorrect. Like, fuck you.
Fuck you. All right, we're back at school where the seniors apparently still have to be there. Grace is trying to convince Jonah not to wear a stupid fucking guitar tie to prom when Zig strolls up asking if there's room in the limo because he's got himself a date. So Maya wasn't already in their limo? Like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Was she just not going to go before?
I don't know. But also I would think the way limos work is that there's generally an even number. So like I can't fathom there wouldn't be room. Because probably when they paid for the limo, he was still with Esme. Like, anyways, I just love grasping at straws and being like, it doesn't make any sense.
Listen, this writing is bullshit.
Yeah. It should be canceled. It's so bad. Oh. Before he can reveal who his date is, Esme also strolls up and asks Zig what time he's picking her up. Zig tries to put his foot down. They broke up. They're not going to prom. But Esme points out that they never said they weren't going to prom together. So...
She got him there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you had me for a second, but you got me there. Probably more because she doesn't want Esme in their limo than actually helping Zig. Grace gently says that he's going with someone else. Esme isn't dumb though, so she asks if he's going with Maya. He pulls her aside and admits that they are going, but just as friends. Esme continues to press. So you want to get back together with her? Zig tries to say it's not about that, but Esme is pissed. Of course it's about that. They were together a whole year. How could he do this to her? He admits that things got a little too intense for him in their relationship, and Esme continues to press. But he still loves her, right? Grace and Jonah are both like, no.
Don't do it. You danger boy.
Right, but Zig caves. You can't just turn that off. But I need space. Anyways, but he tells Esme that she can always count on him. Okay, and he promises that she can. Except for this whole going to prom thing. Like that, she cannot count on him for, so.
You sit home and cry.
Right, I just think it's so funny when people do that. Like, no, you can always count on me.
Yeah.
Not this time, but always. You can always. That's why, like, you know what I mean? I try not to make these kinds of promises. Like when, you know, she makes these comments like, you said you'd never leave me and shit like that. Like, you know, I try not to say things like that because exactly, you don't know how things are going to turn out. Like, you can't make a promise that I'm never going to leave you. Like, you know, can I tell you right now? I want to be with you for a long time. Yes.
You're right.
But like, who's to say?
Who's to say? I feel like I'm always like, I would like to be with you forever.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But who knows? Shit happens.
I just honestly thought that she was gonna try to call him on like, if you're gonna be there for me no matter what, like, why aren't you taking me to prom? Like, why aren't you here for me right now?
Right.
But anyways, she seemingly accepts that and walks away. He tells Jonah and Grace that he thinks it went well. They look like they're not so sure. Lord Hollingsworth finds Miles chilling on the couch and asks him where his tux is. It's prom night, baby! But Tristan broke up with him, so he's not going. He also admits that it's because he didn't want Miles to give up the writing program in London, which is news to his dad. He didn't know he got in. And he knows that his dad doesn't support the writing career, but he's hoping that he can support him at least for a little bit, and shows him that he's cashing in his tickets to Europe, and combined with lifeguarding all summer, he'll be halfway to tuition. But he's made a payback schedule! Please, Daddy, I want to be a writer, please! But that only covers the first year. Then what? Miles is hoping that with hard work, he'll qualify for financial aid. Miles stresses that some people think his writing can make a difference, and he'd like to try. Oh, that Miles. What I'm confused by is that, so they're saying that this program cost $20,000.
Yeah.
In
like a year.
In London?
Yeah.
Is that how much schools? I just was under the assumption that colleges, other places cost less.
See, I remember looking up like this film program that had like campuses all over the world, and London was one of them. And I remember that being like $20,000 a year, but I didn't know if that was like, so it's saying like King's College. Is that where he's going? King's College?
Queen's College is where his dad went.
Queen's College. Okay. Well, this is, all right, University College of London, out-of-state tuition, $9,000, international, $17,000. So it's probably part of the thing is that it's international. But then, you know, I don't know, like, it might be a situation where they get better, like, financial aid there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay, that's where I was just a little confused by that. I mean, I still think, yeah, that program in America might cost like $40,000. So, because they were saying that's the first year. They didn't say first semester, right? They're like, that's the first year.
Yeah, they said year.
I think it would probably cost $20,000 a semester in America.
I mean, this one's showing like Imperial College London, in-state, $9,000. Queen Mary University, $9,000. Why are they're all $9,000?
Maybe that's a thing.
That's weird. But then, yeah, they mention international tuition. So It's got to be the international aspect of it.
Alrighty, well. Oh, that Miles. He always chooses the difficult path. Lord Hollingsworth, now Daddy Hollingsworth, as I call him, because he wants money.
I still call him Father.
Father, well, yes, Father Hollingsworth lets Miles know that they can change his trust to be opened earlier than before he turns 25.
Imagine having a trust. Oh my God.
I'm saying. Miles is pretty shocked that his dad would do that. You know, make him spend his own trust on school as opposed to just paying for it. Like he was, right, because he was gonna pay for it if he was majoring in something that his dad approved for, but whatever, fine. Make him spend the trust on his own fucking education. Whatever. Right. Whatever.
Then when he's actually 25 and a poor ass broke writer.
Right, he'll have nothing. Good luck.
He'll come crawling back asking his dad to pay for business school now.
Yep. Daddy Hollingsworth admits that Miles has grown up so much over the past 2 years, and he's really proud of him. Overcoming addiction in that one episode, being there for Tristan, even though he cheated, and the bus crash play. Miles is fucking shocked. He's literally never said that to him before. You abusive piece of shit. He wants Miles to go to writing school, but only if he goes to prom, because he skipped his, and he's always regretted it.
Always. He thinks about it every day.
Right.
I wish. If I could change one thing in my life, it wouldn't be beating my son, cheating on my wife.
Right.
It would be going to prom.
All right, now we are at the highest budgeted prom ever.
That's still in the ravine.
Yep. Oh, 100%. The Nerd Squad is all decked out in their finest prince garb, arguing about the incestual relationships of Game of Thrones.
Ugh.
Yes. Hunter approaches as VJ asks what the fuck he's doing there. But Hunter says that he will leave if they want him to.
Well, no, he said if they want.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And this was where I was like, okay, but that's changing grammar in a way that I don't approve of.
I don't like that either.
They want is fine.
Right.
They want.
Yeah, I don't like it.
That just is weird. That bothered me.
Yeah, I agree. Anywho, he is making a little bit of an effort.
He tried.
Yeah.
He tried and failed.
But Yael says it's cool. He can stay, which seemingly makes Hunter happy. Yael says they are going to see what's going on, since they've been waiting around for a while, and they'll get him his own prince outfit to put on, because they budgeted for a shit ton of prince costumes, apparently. VJ says, welcome to the club. Whatever that means.
The gay club.
Yeah, I was like, what does this mean? I don't know. But anyways, Hunter is like, I'm not gay. I like girls. But Yael isn't a girl or a guy. So what does that make him? How do you like all these questions, Hunter? Yeah, you like it? You like being fucking questioned like this?
But yeah, it was like him saying welcome to the club. It's like, welcome to like the...
Accepting club? That's what
I thought welcome to like the prom club. Like...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't like immediately view it as like, welcome to being gay.
Is Baz suddenly gay? No, he's not welcome to the gay club. They're not all gay.
Like, the gay club.
He just like jumped on, I'm not gay. Like,
I know.
That's not what he was saying.
That's very straight white boy. I'm not gay. Baz offers up bye, while VJ says Polly, but I don't think that's correct at all.
Polly actually might be...
Oh.
Okay. So when I was trying to figure out what my sexuality is on the being similar to Hunter, if Hunter does just like decide to be okay with it someday, Polly came up, but it was like you like more than one gender and you have a gender preference, but you don't like all genders or like gender. I don't know. It definitely is one, but then there was like a bunch of bullshit with people on Twitter being like, that erases bisexuality. It's just, there's a lot of infighting with that shit.
Does it?
That's what they were. Well, because people say that bisexuality, it's difficult because some people are like, bisexuality means your gender and at least one other gender. Other people say it's you like at least two genders. There are definitely people who think that bisexual people don't include non-binary people. So like there's a lot of infighting and bullshit. And But like because I initially was like, maybe poly is what I
Mm-hmm.
would say, but then the other issue was that people were confusing it with polyamorous.
Right. That's what I was confused about. I was like, is it polysexual? Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I don't want people to think I'm saying I'm polyamorous, so I settled on bi, but it doesn't quite feel right to me, but I
Mm-hmm.
settled on it. And there are definitely people who are like, say it means your gender and another gender at least. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no.
I don't know.
That ain't me. And also being part of those bisexual groups, it's like mostly full of women being like, check out this hot chick. And I'm like, cool.
Yep.
I don't care.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't really have a place I fit in. Me and Hunter need to start our own club.
Yep. There you go.
Except he has to stop being such a bigot about it.
Well, good luck with that.
I'll teach him.
Yes. Lola asks if polysexual is like pansexual. Sorry. I was confused because I thought he meant like polyamorous. And then I was like, oh, is this because like if you're counting Yael as multiple people because of the they also being plural?
Oh,
Anyways.
God.
Saad has no answers because he doesn't think they have that in Syria. But Hunter doesn't want to focus on labels. He just wants to have a normal night. Yael comes back and notes that everyone seems really tense, but they're just going to wait until student council figures out their assignments. Baz makes a lame joke about how disorganized government is.
Typical government disorganization.
Mm-hmm.
Basic economics.
Right. Mm-hmm. Just then, police and a bomb squad come rushing in. All right. Katie, Maya's sister, is taking photos of a very handsome-looking Zig as Maya comes down the stairs, also looking gorgeous in her prom dress.
She does a dramatic, never been kissed style walk down the stairs looking beautiful thing.
Yep. They're both clearly still attracted to each other. Katie is gonna cry. They look so cute. Maya takes a selfie of them, but Zig asks her not to post it because Esme would flip out. Maya's concerned that they're crazy for doing this, but they both always pictured going to prom together, so it makes sense. Zig gets a text that prom is on hold for a bomb threat. Dun dun dun.
Aw, shit.
Back at prom. Everyone is waiting around while the police and the bomb-sniffing dogs do their thing. Baz assumes that it's a dumb prank, but VJ notes that it wasn't a prank in Belgium.
Literally everything's gonna be about Belgium from here on out in VJ's life.
I know. But why would terrorists give a fuck about their prom?
No.
Like, that's the thing, is like, it's not gonna be a terrorist attack. Like, yeah, it's probably a white boy. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got my theories about this, but like, yeah, in these instances, it's probably a white boy who's feeling angsty about the girl he liked, didn't ask him to prom or something, so.
Right. No, I mean, Baz, for the first time in his life, is 100% correct. No one gives a fuck about a random Canadian prom.
Nope.
Like, this is not the way to, like, overthrow Canada.
Exactly.
Get him where it counts.
Mm-hmm. Hunter, in full-on angry white boy mode, thinks they should just go. And VJ agrees, because the bomb could explode at any moment.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yael stops Hunter because they think they might know something. Meanwhile, I'm screaming, no, Yael, stop, no.
I know.
Lola insists that they don't know anything and tries to stop them from walking over to the police. She grabs Saad and walks over to the police to try to help him out, but the police are ready to question him based off a quick view of the picture in Yael's phone. They take him in the cruiser. No.
Yael, god damn it.
I know, totally unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
We were really on their side, and then they went and pulled this bullshit.
I don't know. I understand, like, where they were coming from. At the same time, I believe in Saad, so.
I do too.
But Yael doesn't know Saad like we do.
No. But why would Saad be at the prom?
Right.
Like, yeah, let's bomb this. I'm here.
That's how he sneaks over and sets it off and then runs.
No. Okay. So we can just look back and see it explode in the background. It's like really fucking cool. Like, like an action movie. Like, wow.
He walks away. Just explodes behind him.
His shirt blows off and he's like ripped with his abs. Yeah.
And then when police question him, he's just like, I was working the prom. That's why I was there.
Duh.
Actually, Baby Sod did do it. Shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know. He seems like he's having a pretty good time, so I don't
he's loving it.
He's pretty chill there. Doesn't seem as though he just set up a bomb somewhere because he's pretty fucking chill.
Oh, he's so excited to just be hanging out with a beautiful woman.
Oh, yes. Oh, so cute. The Zig limo crew is hanging out outside someone's house. I'm assuming it's Maya's.
Yeah.
Someone's house.
The Zig limo crew.
Yeah. What was I? What am I going to name all these names every time? No, it's the Zig limo crew.
I kept writing down the seniors, even though there are like more seniors than that, but that's just how I kept referring to them, and I'm like, that's good enough because I'm not hosting. So
this is the Zig limo crew.
That's their name for the last episode too, the Zig limo crew.
Yep, it sure is. You could call them, well, because they're not the camping crew. There's more people there. Anyways, so yes, they are outside someone's house. I'm not sure. Complaining about how long the investigation is taking. Maya is over it and thinks they should just go get burgers. Zig thinks they should wait because they only get one prom. And who would do something like this? Tiny thinks Esme would be the culprit. I agree. I think it's Esme, personally.
Yeah.
Zig thinks that maybe it could be Sod, and then they all kind of have problematic things to say about Sod.
That Syrian guy just running around all terrorist, like, it's gotta be him.
He got really upset at the assembly, but thankfully Maya defends him. Jonah, however, says that people have been posting that the police are questioning him. Clearly, he also thinks that Sod is trying to blow up prom.
Bunch of racist bastards.
Yeah, I 100% think that it's Esme that did it as a means of like trying to get it canceled so that Zig couldn't go with Maya. That's 100% what I think.
That makes the most sense.
Zig is still texting Esme and Tiny scoffs, but he just wants to make sure she's okay. But she seems fine as she continues to text him pictures of herself in a bra. So, yeah, Tiny's pretty sure she's just fine. Grace gets a text from Zoe that prom is back on. Time to go pick up Shay. I'm not sure why they couldn't have done that already.
Right.
Like y'all are just wasting time. You still have one more person to pick up. Like, why wouldn't you go pick her up and wait there, and you're all together and you can go straight to prom? Like,
yeah. Well, like, I don't know. Tiny is like, oh yeah, looks like Esme's okay. Like, no, if she's spamming Zig bra pics, that's a very clear sign that she's not okay.
Yeah, but I think to straight male Tiny, like, they're all like, nah, she's good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not at all a red flag or anything to them. They're like, no, that's just typical. That's just what she does. That's what she does to me too. It's fine. She's like, Tiny, do you know what the homework was? And then sends like a bra pic.
She's got her history book and her math book, and she's in her bra like,
right.
Which one do I study tonight, Tiny?
Right. And he's like, history. All right, bye. She's fine. All right, we are back at prom. Zoe and Rasha look adorable together. And I think that Rasha's outfit is so fucking cute. This like low-cut pink suit. It's so adorable.
It's risque, though.
Oh, it sure is risque.
I'd fall right out of that.
Well, yeah, but she doesn't have boobs, so she can wear that. But no, yes, it would look a lot more risque on you or I.
Oh, yeah.
But she looks really cute. This prom looks fucking bomb. No pun intended. I didn't write that. I did not. I didn't realize that I wasn't thinking about the fact that there was a bomb threat. But yes, the prom does in fact look fucking bomb. I just want to know, was the budget like $500,000 or what? Because this looks so intense.
They saved a lot of money on the venue, it being the ravine and all.
Yeah, I guess so. Because I'm like, where did all this money come from? Anywho, Zoe and Rasha are very impressed with what Winston did. And so am I. Because what the fuck? Winston lets the ladies know that they should check out the magic mirrors because it predicts their future. Zoe asks Rasha where they think they'll be in 10 years. Rasha isn't sure, but she hopes still together. And they giggle. Aww. Yes. Miles slyly approaches and lets Winston know that he throws a killer bash.
Yeah.
Winston is ecstatic that he came, That means that his dad agreed to let him go to school.
How does that mean that?
I don't know. I have no idea. But he assumes that means no backpacking in Europe. Anyways, I don't know. Winston has a lot of assumptions here. But Europe is still on, and now he's got an extra ticket. So are you in, Chewie? Oh, Winston is fucking down.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking the reason we didn't get another season is because they wound up in a hostel situation, like in the movie Hostel, and it's just too dark. Degrassi couldn't go there.
Yeah, Winston definitely got his Achilles heels cut and couldn't walk away. That's like the worst part of the movie. I watched the first one and I was like, I can't.
Oh my god.
Because those movies are just like, they're just graphic to be graphic. You know?
I used to watch that shit all the time and it like didn't bother me. But the Achilles heel is rough. Did you see A Quiet Place?
Mm-mm.
Oh, there's a moment. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen A Quiet Place.
You
won't watch it, right? I'm not spoiling you.
I mean, maybe, but...
Well, you'll forget. Anyways, this chick walks down the stairs and just stomps on a nail.
Oh no! Oh god! Oh, even thinking about it.
You see it coming. You see it coming for like 5 minutes because they keep showing the nail, and you're like, it's gonna fucking happen. Fuck.
I can't even watch like that part in Home Alone.
Yeah,
that part, and it's not even that graphic. I'm like, oh no, I can't watch it. Oh god. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm upset. I'm upset now.
I can watch like disembowelments and shit, but don't fuck with your foot. I guess.
You know what? Okay, all right. Now I guess if I do watch it, I will know it's coming, and I will cover my eyes that whole time.
You
so thank
see
you
that, and you just go, "All right, we're done here."
Yeah. All right. Okay. Excellent.
Oh, but you see it coming a mile away because they keep showing it, and you're just "All right, can we get it over with and move on, please?"
Okay. Miles asks where Tristan is because he wants to tell him the good news, but Tristan isn't coming. Maybe he didn't have a tux or something, or maybe he's still in fucking rehab. Okay.
Right?
Anyways, but it's cool. They have each other, right, Miles? Psych. Miles is out of there. He's on his way to see Tristan. Just then, Winston sees a gorgeously dressed Goldie. She is super impressed with everything that he did, but all he did was take her ideas and execute them. He apologizes one last time for not being her knight in shining armor when she needed him, but he can always be her Prince Charming for the night, at least until midnight, because we know that she's not allowed to date.
Everything's coming up Chewy tonight.
Hell yeah!
He's going to Europe. He gets to be Goldie's Prince Charming.
Right? Yeah, he might even get a cheek kiss. Like, watch out.
He's getting, like, complimented left and right for his prom. Like, this is the best night of his life. It's never going to get any better because he's going to die in Europe in a hostel, so.
I know. He's probably not going to lose his virginity tonight, though, so.
Definitely not.
He's going to die a virgin.
Well, no.
Just like Grace.
In the movie Hostel, I'm pretty sure the girls who, like, brought them to the torture chamber at least, like, banged them first, so he'll lose his virginity and then die.
Oh, okay. All right. I think that's not that. Honestly, probably he'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
I think he'd be like, I can
die a happy man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Zig and the limo crew arrive at prom while Esme is still texting Zig pictures. He tells her to stop. She asks if he hates her. This makes me so mad. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
And I think we've all been there.
Especially in high school.
In a really insecure place.
Yeah.
But it's just so sad to see it happen. I'm like, no, why?
Yeah.
Because, like, Zig is pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Like, they could still be friends, but, like, it's just not possible for Esme.
Esme couldn't, no. There's no way.
She needs to be cut off, cold turkey, and like sort her shit. Because it's just not. Oh man.
Yeah, when you're like breaking it off with someone like that, you cannot. Any inch you give them, they will take a mile, and then they will lay on the guilt trips. And you're stuck for another 6 months. So.
Oh man, it's actually because one of my ex-boyfriends from many years ago, he was emotionally abusive, and what's interesting is like because how we ended up breaking up, I don't think I've ever talked about this on here. How we ended up breaking up was that I was an intern at a theater at the time, and there was like a special event happening one night where we were having like the playwright was going to be there, and we were going to have, you know, drinks and appetizers and stuff after there was like a talk back or something like that. And so my boyfriend at the time, he said he was going dancing with some friends, and I was like, okay, great, like that's perfect, like I've got a thing after work, so like go for it, like have fun.
For some reason, not to be like really gender conforming, but a guy being like, I'm going dancing makes me laugh.
Well, I know, right? Well, he
loves to dance.
Well, he's Mexican. I think they were going to like a Latin club. So so that's what he was gonna go.
Sorry
Latin
to cut you
dance.
off.
No, it's okay.
When he said he's going dancing, I'm like,
I know. I know. It sounds odd, but that's what he was doing. He was
throwing off his heels in the middle of the club, just going,
we're
not worried about girls tonight. We're just dancing.
Oh, I wish he wasn't worrying about girls tonight, but he was.
Oh, yeah.
So he came back. He like left. I guess he wasn't having a good time. He came and found me at my place of work. I mean, intern. I wasn't getting paid, but I was an intern. And he was very upset because he like asked some girl to dance and she said no. So I think he is a person that was like very much stuck between two cultures, unfortunately, because he was born in America and therefore a citizen here, but he at several different points lived in Mexico. So he went back and forth between America and Mexico. He spoke both English and Spanish fluently. But so like to, you know, immigrants here in America, they viewed him as like a gringo. And so it was, you know, it's just like this, you know, to white people, he's Mexican, but to Mexicans, he's a gringo. Like it was just very stuck between two worlds, right?
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know, whatever, I don't know what happened. He asked some girl to dance with him and she turned him down and it upset him. And so he came to me and was upset, and I was like, I don't know how to help you with this, because if I was there I would have danced with you, but like I don't know how to comfort you that a girl that wasn't your girlfriend wouldn't dance with you. Like, you have a girlfriend, so like hey, if I was there I would have danced with you, but I wasn't. Like, yeah, I was like, I'm sorry your ego is bruised, but I don't know how to fix this for you. Like, you want me to be like, yeah, no, other girls would totally bang you. Like, I don't know how to fix this for you. So anyways.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Yeah. In the aftermath, I found out he had done coke. So that's what had happened. He was on coke. So he came to me all coked out. Yeah. So anyways, he started like flipping his shit. And I was like, you need to leave. And he was like, I don't have any money for the train. And I was like, here's $5. Like, get on the train. You need to go home. And he had me like cornered in like this little alcovey area. And I couldn't get away because he was like a lot bigger than me. And I remember like these two gay guys walking by and being like, hey man, like you need to let her out. And I was like, you guys need to go. Because I was like, he's not gonna physically hurt me, but he might physically hurt you. So like, like just walk away. Like, it's fine. Go. Like, you need to get away. So then my friend Marianne came out and found me, and I was like, I don't know what else to do. You need to call the police because I don't know. He's not letting me go. I you know, this was years ago. I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, you need to call the police. Yeah. So he called the police. I got inside the building. He managed to also get inside the building. He like broke one of the bathroom doors, like trying to get to me. Like, it was very scary.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was really intense. Basically, the police showed up and they were like, do you want to press charges? And I didn't really understand. Like, I was like, well, he didn't hit me or anything. So I assumed that meant like, he didn't do anything wrong. Like, yes, we were in a verbal altercation, but like, and yes, he had his hands on me, but he was holding me and not letting me go. So in my mind, I'd never been in that situation before. So I was like, I don't understand. I can't press charges. He didn't hit me. So like, how much, you know what I mean? Like, I can't press charges or whatever. So anyways, they were like, okay, well, all we can do is say that he can't come back here. And if he comes back here, it's trespassing. So we were like, okay, do that. So they told him like, don't come back here. It'll be trespassing. And of course he was gone for 10 minutes and then came back and was like screaming my name on the street and was like, Carly, I want to talk to Carly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was all very Streetcar Named Desire with the whole Stella. Like, it was very much like that. Jesus. So of course they then called the police again, and he spent the night like in the drunk tank. Like, nothing happened. You know what I mean? Like, he He didn't go to jail or anything. But so now what I have is like my time, not my time, like my Facebook memories. And it's like, remember 8 years ago when he wrote on your wall and tagged you and was like, I'll always love you. I know what I have to do. I'm so sorry. Carla Jokier. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's all like super cringy. Like, and it's this like time period where it comes back once a year where he's like, I'll always love you, or like, but yeah, like every other day, it's like something that he wrote on my wall, and he's like constantly like his spelling errors are just a fucking mess. Like, anyways, yeah, I'll always love you. I know what I have to do. Like, yeah, you have to not be fucking crazy. So,
oh my God.
But that's what it reminded me of. Like, do you hate me? I was like, yeah, I remember. Because there were, oh man, anyways, there were times where like men would like comment on something on my photo and then he'd be like, hey, she has a girlfriend. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, can you not be crazy on my fucking Facebook, please? Please stop.
Oh my God.
So, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I haven't had anything extreme like that, thank God. But I've definitely bared witness to a few women who have done the Esme thing. And you watch it play out, and it's just, and of course, not to say it's just women, obviously, because I've seen it play out with men too, but like in relationships that I've been in with women who like won't let go.
Yeah.
It's like, it
sucks to see it.
It's a battle of like, I feel so bad. Like, I feel responsible. I feel like, you know, they're going crazy and it's my fault. And you give into it and you give them that little nugget of like hope.
Yeah.
Which you're not trying to give them hope, but they take it as hope. And then they just like trample all over you. And then in certain cases, these like men that I've seen like wind up in the relationship for another whole month because they felt bad. And it's like, or they wind up like in situations where their current relationship gets all fucked up because they're like trying to be nice to their ex who will not let them move on. And it's like, oof, it can be a lot. So yeah, I've absolutely seen the Esme behavior in this. And you know, I'm sure I feel like we've all been in Esme. Not necessarily to the Esme extremes, but we've had we've all had a little bit of plenty Esme of crazy things from time to time. But yeah,
right.
She goes wild.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, for sure. She she is. She loves to double down. You know, she certainly does. She's all in on the crazy always. All right, Maya is checking out the magic mirror that makes her and Zig look like they're in their 80s. She's trying to chat with Zig, but he's very distracted by his phone. Maya is understanding of the situation and lets him know that he can go if he wants to, but he wants to be there with her. He just feels like he owes Esme something. He wouldn't have gotten over Maya if it wasn't for Esme, after all. Maya flirtatiously responds, so really? You're over me now? Does that mean we can't dance? Zig then blocks Esme on his phone and says he's always up for a dance with her. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I mean, I get it, because, like, you need to leave me the fuck alone for a while, but...
Right, she's not listening,
Yeah, but she's not going to take it that way.
No. How do you think, like, she gets blocked, and then did she aggressively get ready for prom? Is that what she's like, he's gonna fucking block me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking put this dress on. Yeah. I'm gonna fucking put this makeup on. Oh, he's gonna block me. I'm gonna fucking show him. No, is that what happened?
That like, when she walks in later, all dolled up, I'm like, oh, boy.
She's, like, angry in the shower, washing her. I'm gonna fucking show him. Like, fucking shaving her legs. Like, I cut myself off. Fuck it. I'm gonna scrub. I'm gonna just show him. So, I don't know. Yeah, somehow didn't manage to, like, mess up her makeup or anything the whole time that I assume she's at home crying, but no.
Right.
She's fine. Whatever. Back at the hospital, Miles is just chilling on Tristan's hospital bed looking like a 007 agent.
Suave as hell. He was sitting in this pose as long as I was sitting with my hood draped over my face earlier. Like, I'm ready for this.
I'm ready.
They're going to be blown away.
Yep. Tristan walks in and he's like, I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. Miles should be at prom, but the person he cares about most is in this hospital, so that's where he wants to be.
Miles is like, I heard you were out for a swim.
Yeah, I know.
What? Just throwing that out there.
That's what he said. You were out there swimming. I couldn't go to prom because the person I care about most is in this hospital, and it just doesn't feel right. Even though they're broken up, Miles gets down on one knee and asks Tristan to prom because he's got an extra ticket and he brought him a tux. He also reveals that he is going to Europe in a few weeks and then stay there for school, so he'd really like to spend as much time with Tristan as possible. But Tristan really doesn't think he should because he's having a bad day and it would be a total sensory overload for him. Miles gives him a hand over to his bed and tells him that they'll just have to have prom at the hospital instead. Cut immediately to them in a random exercise room that apparently no one needs to use right now. Prom lights spinning, music playing, two boys in tuxes slow dancing the night away.
Nose to nose.
Mm-hmm.
And Tristan is making that corny ass face that he always makes. He's just like,
oh yeah. Mouth open.
Someone in the Degrassi fans group posted a video from way back when Craig was at like the reunion, or what was it like?
Oh, the 100 years of Degrassi, or like the 50-year reunion or something.
And Craig's singing this song, and you cut to Tristan, he's just blown away, and he's just making this corny ass face. He's making the same exact face when he dances with Miles.
Like Tristan's breath gets taken away so much that honestly, he was in a coma not because of the bus crash, but probably because he saw an attractive man and he was just like, for the last time. And God was like, nope, you're gonna have to sleep this one off. Miles admits that he wouldn't be the person he is today without Tristan. And Tristan agrees. Or, I'm sorry, that sounds right. Tristan agrees, same for him. Not like Tristan is like, yeah, you're right. You wouldn't be anything without me. Sorry, that's how...
You were such an asshole before we met.
I know.
But you're like slightly better now.
I was going to say, well, Tristan said ditto, but I just don't like the word ditto. So, anyways.
Ditto.
Yeah. Miles doesn't know how to say goodbye to him. And Tristan says, they don't have to say goodbye. As Lady Gaga once said, just dance.
Oh my God. At this point, I paused and screamed a lot. I was like, I hate this so much. This is so corny. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And Johnny just sat there like, okay.
No.
Like, I was aggressively, like, upset about it. And he's just looking at me like, okay, whatever.
Jesse, don't you know? That's how you get through life. Just dance.
Just
Gonna
dance.
be okay. Da-da-doo-doo, just dance. Spin that record, babe. Da-da-doo-doo, just dance.
See, I can only dance when I have a lot of alcohol in me, and then, like, a prayer comes on, and then I'll dance the rest of the night.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Is this real?
Yeah.
Like a prayer?
Yeah. Oh, that song gets me going.
Wow.
But I have to be very drunk.
Wait, which song is
dance,
Like a Prayer?
By Madonna.
Okay, I thought
Just
it was...
like a prayer. Your voice can take me there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. She's like a prayer and like a virgin.
Yeah, she is.
Anyways.
Period, I cannot dance unless I have several beverages in me. Period. But the way to get it going is to play Like a Prayer by Madonna.
You gotta snort a little like a prayer.
Yeah, that'll like get that. Once that comes on and I get into it, like I can keep dancing. But like, it's not that I can't dance without it. But if it plays, and I have like 4 beers in me or something, I'm like, all right, let's go. But it takes a lot more alcohol if Like a Prayer doesn't come on.
I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to make damn sure, hashtag Taking Back Sunday, I am going to make damn sure that Like a Prayer is played at my wedding one day. Because I'll know.
Yeah, but my mom will be there, so I won't be drunk.
God damn it, Jesse. You drank at Beth's wedding.
No, I didn't. No.
You drank before, didn't you? We had like mimosas or something in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, I had a mimosa.
Oh, wow.
Where my mom wasn't around.
Okay.
I don't drink in front of my mom. I actually remember at my brother's wedding, they were pouring. This is so bad.
Oh.
All right, so we're at my brother's wedding, and it's like time to toast, and they pour assorted people champagne, and my brother doesn't drink at all, so like they also had like, sparkling cider or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a glass of champagne.
Yeah.
Because this wedding's a clusterfuck. And my mom is like, takes the glass, she doesn't drink, and replaces it with sparkling cider. And I didn't correct her. I'm just like, it is what it is.
Did your mom think you never drink?
I don't know. You know, like, I don't drink in front of her. I don't talk to her about it. I don't post pictures, like, showing myself drinking. Like, I just don't, like, bring it up.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's just so funny because she probably thought you would be too shy to, like, correct the person. So, like, don't waste it on her.
I just remember
She
being like,
doesn't
you know what?
drink.
I'm going to drink some champagne in front of my mom, and it is what it is. And then she fucking
was like, nope,
switches
not
it up
today,
with
bitch.
sparkling cider. It was like, wow, this is my life.
Yep.
Which is fine. Like, you know, I don't need to drink in front of my mom. So I'll just let her live with the delusion that I don't drink at all. And, you know, because when the first time she found out I did drink in high school, finds me in the hallway and starts crying.
Oh, no.
And from that moment on, I'm like, my mom doesn't have to know that I have ever drank in my life. And
Oh.
yeah. Yep, that's my life.
All right. Back at prom, Yael sneaks Hunter into the photo booth because it's in between courses, so they might as well have a little fun. They put on a king's crown and get ready for fun pictures. They offer Hunter a tiara, but he's all fucking set with that.
I'm like, all right, you're pushing it, yeah.
Right? Yeah, I know. They were trying it.
Hunter does not want a tiara.
No.
And you know he doesn't.
Hunter's got pretty long hair, so
Yeah.
he's really pretty with a tiara. But anywho, the photographer refers to Yael as Hunter's boyfriend, and Hunter says, that's not my boyfriend.
Like, no shit.
I know.
Yael does not look like a boy.
I know. The photographer then feels bad and says he should have realized that she was a girl. Hunter half corrects him by saying she isn't a girl either.
I know.
Yael, just trying to get out of an awkward situation, says it's not a big deal, but Hunter snaps. If it's not a big deal, then why are you doing this? Everything was perfect until she did this. They fight back, saying that this is who they are. Hunter thinks it's not normal, but there is no such fucking thing as normal. And they are not the problem. Hunter is. They walk away. All right, Yael, I'm on your side again. I'm still pissed at you, but yay! Tell him. Yes, fuck him.
Hunter was like on such like, there was such a tiny little like room for error that he goes from like trying to be supportive to like, fuck you, you ruined everything. Like,
Right.
It takes nothing for him to like, I can't handle it anymore.
Right. It was just an awkward situation. Yael's not gonna sit there and try and like explain their pronouns to a fucking person that they don't know. Like, who cares?
Exactly.
Let's just get a funny picture out of this and fucking move on. I don't need to have a whole discussion right now about this in front of somebody I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's a thing, like, also in general, that when you're, like, in a position of being marginalized in some way and someone says something that's, like, offensive or, like, wrong or whatever, sometimes you just want to let it go.
Yeah.
It's wrong and you know it's wrong, but you're like, I'm just here to have a good time.
Right.
I'm going to ignore this. But then when the other person, like, trying to be your ally pipes up, you're like, no, I just want to have a good time.
Right. Like, I don't want to deal with this right now. Like, yeah.
Yeah, like, I appreciate it, but at the same time, I just don't, I want to move on because it happens all the time. And if I addressed it every time it happened, like, I would do nothing but addressing this bullshit. Like,
All right, cut to back on the dance floor.
woo.
Maya and Zig are clearly having a blast dancing. A slow song comes on, and they shyly decide to give it a try. Zig dips her, and Maya is impressed. Grace walks by and tells them to kiss. Very helpful.
Jesus Christ.
But it looks like they are about to kiss just as Esme interrupts them, screaming about Zig blocking her. He said he'd never leave her, and now he blocked her?
Oof.
Yes, Esme is having a full-blown freakout. The crazy train is crashing into the station. She picks up a steak knife and declares that she should just kill herself like everyone wants her to.
Oh my God.
Okay. Where are the chaperones? Where are the fucking adults at this dance? Like, what the hell is happening?
The photographer's busy. Like,
Right?
he's the only adult there.
The only
the
adult.
cops left.
Yep. Nope. Everybody else is like, oh, them kids will have a good night. All right,
I
time
mean,
to call it a night.
I mean, really, this school makes the kids do everything. So it's not
Yeah.
surprising. Like, I'm really surprised, like, student council didn't step up and be like, Esme,
Right.
put down the knife.
You need to go to see
It's not
Principal
worth it.
Snake's office. Go to Principal Snake's office.
Where we will jump in front of Snake, and we will have a discussion with you because we run the school.
Right. Who ran the school? Student council. Who runs the school? Student council. Anyways, everyone is staring at them as Zig asks her to stop talking like this, but she needs him to talk to her. Maya tells him it's fine, he should just go. Esme leads him out of the prom and to the ravine, which is clearly just behind the school where they went camping last weekend. I mean, anyways.
Oof.
Yes, this is clearly the same set.
God damn ravine.
Yeah. Esme is ecstatic that he came back to her and tries to kiss him, but he doesn't want to kiss. He wants to talk. But Esme knows they're better when they're not talking and tries to undo his pants. He needs her to stop acting crazy, but she thought that he liked crazy girls. I just don't understand, like, where she got that impression of him. Like, is it just because he cares that Maya tried to kill herself? Or, like, where did she get the idea that he likes crazy girls?
I mean, she must just associate trying to commit suicide with being crazy because,
Yeah.
you know, which a lot of people do, and it's rude as hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Esme is losing it as she screams that he can't leave her. She insists that it isn't over, but it is for Zig. In full-blown hysterics, Esme is screaming that she hates him, all while pushing him until he suddenly falls down a huge hill. We hear a thud as Esme looks down sobbing. Well, he's clearly dead. I don't know.
We're going to have Coma Boy play part 2 starring Esme.
Yes. And she's gonna write it, but like she's not gonna reveal that she pushed him or anything. It's gonna be like, he fell, but now I'm destitute to wait for him.
I'm hooking up with, I don't know, Baz.
Oh God, what, Jessie? What? No,
She would never.
No,
She
she
would
would
never.
never.
I just can't think of another like single boy.
Anyways, we'll see.
We'll see.
Well, we won't see. We won't see, will we? We won't.
In our dreams and our hearts.
Yes, I can't believe this shit. One fucking episode left of this season.
I know.
I was finishing up my notes and Eric was sitting next to me and he's like, wow, it's a lot. This is a really intense episode. Like he wasn't even watching it. He just could hear it. Was like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is drama. And I was like, yeah, this episode was fucking crazy. And that's why I gave it 5 chef's kisses.
Woo!
Because it was top-notch, drama-filled, good old Degrassi fun.
Not a single boner in sight, and you're still 5 out of 5.
No, I was 100% on. This episode was fucking awesome. I loved it. Are you kidding me, Jessie? Are you kidding me? Bomb threats. Somebody maybe dying.
Yeah.
No.
Suicide threats in front of everybody.
Suicide threats. Hospital prom. Like a trust fund got brought up. Like.
I mean, I guess, I give it 4 out of 5 just because I don't give a shit about Miles. So.
Oh, wow.
But
no,
then,
I was like, this was a bomb episode.
But then when
again.
Literally a bomb episode.
Yep.
But when I think about Miles' story overall, the hospital prom was pretty sweet. And I guess just the hospital prom was pretty sweet. So maybe 4.5.
Listen, they didn't, while there wasn't a boner, they did at reference, and we missed it, like that Frankie fantasizes about cutting off Jonah's dick, so.
See, I didn't get that joke when I was writing,
either.
so like I didn't include that, so 4.75.
Yes, all right. Okay, well, alas, you want to hear what we're talking about next?
Sure.
The series finale.
No, so we only have one more chance to hear the Whatever It Takes theme song. And then we're going back to the 80s where it's not that theme song.
It's not.
We've had this theme song since I started watching when Next Generation first came out. So we've had like fucking 20 years of this theme song. And I'm going to be watching a Degrassi without this theme song. And I don't know if I can handle it.
Oh, I think you're going to be okay.
Yeah. Well, the drama just... I do know that in their like... what made for TV movie or whatever, they say fuck, right?
They sure do. They sure do.
So we'll be leading up to that, and I'll have to hold out hope that will like override it.
Oh yeah. The movie's good. The movie could stand alone.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. Yeah. So yes, the next episode is season 4, episode 10, Okay, thanks, bye.
Oh, that's just harsh.
I know.
That hurts.
It's sad. It's really sad. I'm like, oh, man.
Oh, I'm gonna miss them. We're definitely doing a offshoot podcast that is just our fan fiction. We are gonna run down episode by episode senior year.
We should at least do one episode where we like say where we think they are.
Yeah.
I vote yes. If you think we should, why don't you
give us 5 stars?
Yeah, and write a comment saying we would really like to hear your fan fiction. Because clearly it's going to be great. Should we each write one episode of fanfic?
I mean, mine is going to be the summer vacation where Miles and Winston die in a hostel.
Yep.
Yours can continue with that sort of aftermath.
Perfect. Okay, great.
You can write the real heavy shit. I'm just going to write the gore.
Excellent. All right. Perfect.
All right. Okay, got any social media to plug?
Carly Jo Gear. Find her on one of those social media platforms.
All over
She'll be waiting.
But not on... You can't find Carly on Parler, but everywhere else.
Yeah, I'm not on Parler. I don't really know anything about it, but I've seen the memes, and so...
Apparently it's conservative and weird.
Yeah.
But anyways, you can find me on Instagram at Monday Night Raw or on Twitter at Jesse. And you can follow us at A Social Disease across social media platforms.
Please do.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye. And once again, we're your hosts, Jesse Mack.
And Carly Jo Gear.
And this has been A Social Disease Podcast.
Thanks for listening.